Welcome back to another Commander Cycle video. Today we have the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, or Beyond Earth's Mightiest, is Thor and the Destroyer. So yeah, we'll dig straight into it, take a look at the packaging. So we got Avengers at the top, got this 3D render of art on the side, and then we have comic art on this side, which looks pretty good. Honestly, I love this packaging. I don't know why, it just caught my eye and it looks pretty good. And on the back here, if we flip it, you do see the character's accessories with the character on the back as 3D renders. Got the names up there and Marvel Legends in the other corner. On the bottom, just like attentions and other words. And yeah, let's get straight into their accessories. So yeah, here we have the two figures standing up tall. For the Destroyer, he comes with one grip hand and one palm open hand, like he's trying to grab Thor or something. Then he also comes with two fist hands. Thor comes with a separate fist hand, but in the packaging he comes with a grip hand and a wide open hand as well. As you can see right there, he has two head sculpts here. He has this one with this cool mask on that has like his helmet, has a spike on it. He has white eyes there and his white wings look pretty good. His beard is alright. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the beard, but I guess it's there. And then of course he's got his blonde or gold hair. And then of course he has this hammer here that has some nice weathering to it. I wish they had a bit of paint on the handle, but yeah. But if we flip it around here, it does say, "Whoever shall hold this hammer shall possess the power of Thor," which looks pretty good. I honestly like that on the hammer. And yeah, so we'll take a look at their detail. So for Thor here, this is his other head sculpt. As you can see, he still has the helmet with a spike on top, but his wings have a bit of silver on the side instead of just plain white. He has his cape here, which I'm not a fan of the hard plastic cape, but it's gonna have to do. Also, the skin tone here is pretty weird. It changed its color from his arm and his like chest area, which I don't know, is just really weird. I mean, in person it's a lot worse. I don't know why, but I mean, I guess it's just gonna have to be like that. And otherwise, he has these little wrist gauntlet or rope things that have like black and red paint, but I do believe they are removable. So if you unplug the hand, you can't take it off if you don't want it on there. But I'm just gonna keep it on there just so I don't lose it. So yeah, his arms are like really muscly and veiny, which is kind of weird, but I guess it's Thor, so he's like really muscular. He has this gold belt that has a T on it, which I assume stands for Thor. The belt goes around to the back. He has these blue pants here that have these black paint right here, which I'm surprised aren't cut at the thigh waist, which would have been a lot better, I guess, but I guess not. He also has these gold boots here that have these lines, which incorporate the knee joint, or not the knee joint, but the knee swivel good with the lines, so it kind of hides it, which is pretty good. And yeah, we'll try and stand him up, which is a bit hard to do because he's a bit top heavy, and we'll get into the Destroyer. We have to zoom out for this figure because he is huge. He has these white eyes here though, and this giant like his plate on his head. Otherwise, he has all these spikes on and bolts on his shoulder pads, all these lines, the spikes and bolts going down to his hands, down his arms, inside his chest, down to his legs, and his feet. Well, his feet don't have them, but they have like these lines on them, like robotic legs. But yeah, this figure is huge though. So for Thor here, his articulation, he can look about that far back and that far forward. So not just two head movement because of the hair. Side to side has a little bit more, and no 360 rotation, like maybe a little bit. But yeah, he can T-pose about that far, which is alright. I mean, I don't expect Thor to get really high up there, but it would have been nice. Bicep swivel here. Double elbow. I guess I can only get one right here, but I'm trying to force the other one. Yeah, here we go. Double elbow can get you about that far. There is wrist rotation too. 360 all the way around, and side to side hinges, and up and down hinge on the other hand, as you can see right here. And for his chest here, he can go about that far back, which is alright. I guess you want him looking up at the Destroyer, and that far down. He can hula hoop a tiny bit, but it kind of gets stiff around there, and he slows down a bit. His legs, he can do the splits about that far. The thigh swivel, as I mentioned. Yeah, not too good with the splits, but I guess Thor wouldn't open his legs like that. Pause, that'd be weird or anything. Double knee can get you about that far, which I guess is alright. No knee rotation. There is a knee swivel though. Not knee swivel, kind of like calf swivel. Ankle pivot can get you down that far up. and a bit of side to side. It is a bit stiff for some reason. I don't know, this figure is just like really hard to move. On to the Destroyer. So for the Destroyer here, he can look about that far up and then that far down, which isn't a lot, but I didn't really expect much from this hunk of a figure. Tilt side to side, which is pretty good. 360 all the way around. He can T-pose about that far. Shoulder pads kind of hinder the movement there. There is bicep swivel here, and single joint elbow can get you that far. Side to side movement. Wrist rotation all the way around. And there is side to side movement, but like I said, my figure is just like really stiff, so I recommend using a blow dryer just to make them a little bit like looser so you can move. But yeah, he can get about that far back, which is a lot for this figure. Like, I didn't really expect him to go back that far and that far down, which is honestly I like, because then he can be looking down at Thor, which looks pretty good. Yeah, like that. And he can hula hoop pretty good. Actually, a lot better than Thor did, so I guess is pretty good. You can do the splits about pretty far, which is good. I kind of like that, because then I guess I don't know if you want to have him falling over. Thigh swivel, double knee, which is really tight. This knee joint is like really tight, but it can get you about that far. And like I said, recommend using a blow dryer to make them a little bit loose. Ankle can go down that far and about that far up. And we have some side to side, which is at least stiff too. So we'll go on to scale. So here the two figures are next to each other, with Thor on the left and the Destroyer on the right. I like the height difference. Thor's not too short to him. Here he's next to the other Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes with Banner and the Grey Hulk, which is pretty good. I like how Banner's shorter than Thor. I just kind of appreciate that. Here's next to some other Avengers members with the Gamer vs. Captain America and Iron Man. I don't know if I like Thor being that tall, but I guess he's like a god, so I guess. And yeah, so overall, I know I've been gone. So also don't forget to go view the collection tour, which will be out hopefully this weekend. I did also post a Spider-Man video, which go check that out. I promise more videos will be coming out. It's just I was a bit busy with family stuff over the 2 holidays. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for you guys today. And Commander Cycle out.